Yo, we just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's hit the shore fine. Winter ready on the four ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a poignant moment in the history that is Straight Talk Wrestling. This is history-defining greatness. 2 years I've been chasing this fucking guy. Finally, much to his chagrin, I have forced him to come on the show. No, I'm joking. Ladies and gentlemen, Battersby. How are you, brother?
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I joke, but it has been. We have tried to get this conversation off the ground a few times. There was, hey man, are you going to be at the next PWO show? Yeah, man, I totally will be there. Okay, cool. And then you're not there. And then it's like, you message me, hey, sorry, man, I didn't make it to that show, but would you be at this show? No, man. Okay, man. And now here we are.
Here we are.
Finally.
It does feel like I've been ducking you. It does.
I feel like that.
I promise I haven't.
I promise I haven't, but maybe I have. I'm not going to tell you the truth. All right, so my first question is, because this is a big deal. It's a big deal. First question, okay? You and your better half are both wrestlers. Travel all over the place together. You have a good time together.
Yes, sir.
Wrestle in and out of the ring. But who is the better wrestler?
Beaa is definitely the better wrestler.
Are you saying that? Or are you saying that because you're afraid? Or
No, she's genuinely the better wrestler. Yeah. She's been doing it probably 3 times as long as I have.
how long have you been doing it?
5 years, 6 years maybe.
Yeah, she's going on 7, right? Even with the COVID breakage.
She's over 12 actually.
She over 12?
Yeah, like when she started doing like managing and stuff. Right. So she's training at that point. I think since all that 12 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get competitive on whose match was better on a given show?
Oh yeah, but my matches are better. She's a better wrestler, but my matches are always better. It's a weird thing, but it just I don't know why, but it's just how it works.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So what made you want to get into pro wrestling? Was it because of her, or was it just something you always had the passion for it?
Yeah, no, we met a couple years after I started training. I got into wrestling, I think like most of us, just as a kid watching on TV. I was born in '96, so I grew up watching John Cena, and
13 years older than you.
But that's who hooked me. Like my earliest memories of wrestling are John Cena doing the 5-knuckle shuffle and me mimicking it in the living room, right?
You know what's funny about the 5-knuckle shuffle? I did not know that was about this. I actually found that out literally a couple of weeks ago, going through the rabbit hole that is literally. I was a couple weeks old when I found out that the 5-knuckle shuffle was about firing one off.
Yeah, I didn't know when I was, 7 or 8 years old, but it didn't. I knew before 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah,
I did not.
I figured it out, 12, 13,
It's funny because if you think about early John Cena, like not when he was wearing all the colors of the cities he was visiting, but early incantations like Dr. Thugonomics, when all this stuff was coming out, you think about the the FU, the STFU, the 5-knuckle shuffle. You think about these things, and you're like, and then all of a sudden, where did the transition happen when he went from that to the All-American Hulk Hogan 2.0?
Yeah, he all of a sudden just became the baby face, right?
He did the shittiest movie ever, The Marine.
Yeah, true. He went to Hollywood and he came back with a little more class, I guess you could say. Cleaned it up. The PG deal probably had things to do with that too, right?
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
But still, I was a few weeks old. There you go. That's my wrestling knowledge and repertoire for you that I did not know the 5-knuckle shuffle was about that at all. I did not know. But, you say, it's funny because you say that John Cena was an early influence for you. Yeah. But when I look at the character that is Battersby, he is nowhere near a John Cena. So if the biggest babyface of pro wrestling in the modern era was an early influence for you, why are you one of the biggest heels? And why do you get that heat?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never really, while I have inspirations, so to speak, I've never tried to, copy anyone. I just try to be me, turn it up to 11 when I get in there. So after COVID, when I came back along with everybody else, I started doing the character I'm doing now. And I don't know. It just clicked. I worked as a heel a couple places, and it went well, and people saw it, and I just stuck with it. I actually worked as a babyface every match before COVID, and then since COVID, I've only done babyface like maybe 5 times.
Do you now? Not to say that you can, because I believe you can play both sides of the coin very simplistically. But is heel? Would you say heel is more organic for you, or is babyface more organic for you, and it's harder for you to be that heel?
Heel is definitely more organic for me.
Okay.
It's a lot more fun. It feels more natural. It puts me in control as well, and I feel like I've learned a lot more my last 2 to 3 years of wrestling than I did in my first 2 to 3. Right, and I've learned those things as a heel.
So what you're saying is that your ability to be a heel has upped your game as a professional wrestler.
1,000%, yeah.
Let's expand on that, because I've never actually heard anybody say that. A lot of people say that they just find playing heel fun, and you did say that, but you're saying you've learned more. What has improved for you? Would you say your ability to cut a promo has improved? Your way to sell or construct a story inside the squared circle has improved?
The story, because that's what wrestling is, right? So the story you're telling, and like feeling the crowd, being able to react to what's happening. When you're a babyface and you're in there getting beat up and tossed around, sometimes it's harder to feel what the crowd is doing. I mean, you can do it, but I have just found as a heel, you can feel the crowd more, what they want. You dictate the pace. So if you want to get into an argument with the 10-year-old kid in the front row, you can do that.
I've actually seen you do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
You do love arguing with the kids, don't you?
Yeah, well, they're stupid and they don't shut up. So it's easy for me to have an argument because they obviously want to have an argument too. And then it's fun for everybody to watch. It's good. It works for everybody.
You know what? It is special when you can get when you could be the person that this 10-year-old kid, because I mean, a lot of kids don't have a hating bone in their body. But I feel early on, once you discover sports or discover stuff like this, like pro wrestling, there's that line drawn in the sand. Yeah. You have to cheer for one over the other. You have to know what you love and what this other feeling inside of you is that eventually becomes disdain or dislike or hate. Yeah. You have to know. And I feel like as pro wrestling parents, like myself, mine and my wife, we've exposed our kids to pro wrestling from as early as we possibly could. And they have discovered their own heels and their own baby faces that they enjoy. Like my 8-year-old, she loves Trick Williams. Yeah. But also loves Ethan Page, because Ethan Page, she likes the fact that he's just so mean. That's what she tells me. She goes, he is so mean, but I like it. Yep. I like it. So have you ever got a kid that's like, they argue with you, and then after when they're coming up to the table and they're like, I have so much fun arguing with you?
I have had that. It happens more than you'd think.
And what's that like for you? That's gotta be hard for you to turn off at that point, because you're just seeing a genuine fan.
Yeah, that's it. I try to still be a bit of a jerk, but I'll also give them the little collector's card that I have to, because it's memories. I want them to come back to the next show. I want them to continue to love wrestling. So I'm not gonna, scream and yell at them at the merch table like I would when I'm in the ring. I appreciate that interaction. It's a weird line to walk.
It's that gray area. It's that very, very subtle gray area.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I've figured it out completely yet, but it's a weird one to.
I think you have, because I've seen your interactions, and I think they are really very, very quite special. Now, I do have to ask this, because the character of Battersby is a lot of people would see it simply as the mountain man, the man who lives off the land. Yeah. And now Beaa as well, when you guys are together, she lives off the land as well. And if everybody knew your personas day to day, you guys really are those characters. You are very simple. Walks, hikes, dog parks, but keep your dogs on leashes, because if you don't, Beaa will tweet about it and post about it. And she is very passionate about dogs being on leashes.
My dog will win every time.
Yeah, no, she's adorable though. Adorable dog.
The cutest dog ever, but she's a rescue, and yeah, don't fuck with her. Keep your dog on a leash. If your dog gets to mine, I promise mine will win.
Okay, here we go. We're just going to leave it at that. But what would be the next level up for the Battersby character? Because, I mean, I think there are promos that you guys could cut or things that you could do to explore these characters that I don't think you have. You guys have the subtle nuance of a deliverance meets wrong turn on so many different levels, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Not to skim over your question, but I can tell you the Trophy Hunters have some very cool ideas for our tag team work in the next year or so.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll just leave it there. I don't want to spoil nothing.
No, don't spoil. We got to follow the socials, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Follow the socials because we got some really cool stuff.
Nice. Yeah. Any part that I could play in that? I could be a part of the Trophy Hunters. I could do it.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to them.
I could be like your cousin Bob from Seattle.
What does Cousin Bob bring to the table?
Well, Cousin Bob brings a need for sometimes the Trophy Hunters don't want to talk. So Cousin Bob, he can talk.
He can talk for it.
He can talk.
I like it. I'll pass it up the chain and
Pass up the chain?
Yeah.
You're not going to pass up the chain, are you? Not at all. I totally. That's okay. I'll send you this clip almost daily. It'll be like 51st dates. I'll just keep sending you the same clip all the time. Okay. All right. One more question before you go. But when I look at what the Trophy Hunters have done so far in their careers, and it's been great. Bea's collecting belts. You've had some gold glory as well. You're both chasing the dream, and you're still having fun. And that is the most important thing. Do you feel that if pro wrestling ever stopped being fun for you, that's where you might second guess this career that you've chosen?
Yeah, it should be fun. At the end of the day, it is a job. It is business. But if I'm coming here and not having fun or leaving angry all the time or things like that, why would I continue to do it? You know? I don't foresee that happening the way I try to look at wrestling. I try to stay grateful every day for everything that has happened, and if it were to go away tomorrow, you'd be grateful and proud of what I've been able to do. So I don't know. It's a tough question because that's just not me. I know I seem angry in the ring, but I'm not angry.
Not only in the ring, but also when I'm around.
Yeah. You just talk so much.
I'm a fucking talk show host. That's what I do. Podcast host. So you have to talk.
I know. Not when the cameras aren't rolling.
You know what? Bonus question. Okay. 2 years in the making.
Yeah.
Have I lived up to all your expectations?
You have. Yeah.
So I've disappointed you.
Yeah, 100%. You're a horrible host. No, I'm just kidding. You're a great host. I suck at talking. I suck at doing these kind of things, and I feel like you've guided me to a very good interview. At least by my standards.
By your standards.
But it's a low bar.
Yeah, it's a very low bar. That's like, call me now, Miss Cleo. It's not really going to be a big deal.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, I know, because you're super younger than I am. Fucking hate your generation.
Sorry. Yeah, we do suck.
What are you? Are you? So I'm technically okay. I was born in '83, but I'm on the cusp of like Generation X. But unfortunately, I do fall in line with the millennials. But I feel I'm more Gen X. What are you? What are you?
I don't know that I can answer that question because I don't know where the lines are drawn, and I don't know that I could speak to the differences. I think we all suck. I think they could all use improvements.
Yeah, the whole world as a whole could definitely use improvements. Yeah. All right, and actually another bonus question because I think this is fun. John Cena versus the You Can't See Me version of John Cena. Who wins?
Like today's John Cena?
Yeah, like today's John Cena versus the Doctor of Thugonomics. Who wins?
Well, Thugonomics wins.
Thugonomics wins in like a rap battle or in just every aspect?
In every aspect. You got to give the people what they want.
Okay. And being a John Cena fan, do you see the Ernest? Like the fact that he's starting as he gets older, he's looking more like Ernest from Ernest Goes to Jail. I know you've seen those fucking movies.
It's another reference I don't understand.
You've never seen an Ernest movie? Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Goes. This interview's over. I've had enough.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what? Forget it. Don't worry about it. Just shout out your socials and leave.
Survivalist _ Bruiser Battersby. And yeah, that's it. Just Instagram. Follow my Instagram. My other socials are irrelevant.
And now I'm gonna push stop on this, and we're gonna discuss how you never seen fucking Ernest. Really?
We got a lot of time before the show.
Yo, we just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's hit the shore fine. Winter ready on the full ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.